What's going on YouTube? How y'all doing out there? Sorry I have not been uh communicating with y'all lately. Had a lot of personal stuff going on due to this coronavirus, but maybe I'll be back on schedule. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into it. I want to talk about a story coming out of Carrollton, Georgia. Two high schools. And I'm gonna say their names because I want y'all to be familiar with these names. Stephanie Freeman and Jeffrey Hume thought that it was a great idea while everybody is trying to stay safe with coronavirus, trying to be productive with their time and spend time with family and friends, to post the most racist, most absurd video that they possibly could think of about, yes, you guessed it, African American people, aka black people. Let's go jump right into it. Two high school students in Georgia have recently been expelled after they posted racist video on social media sites. Now, the Carrollton City School Superintendent Dr. Mark Albertus released a statement Friday and said their behavior was unacceptable and is not representative of the disrespect for all people. Now, to make this very clear, the school they go to is also a predominantly black school in, again, Carrollton, Georgia. The racist behavior observed in the video easily violates this standard. They are no longer students at Carrollton High School. Mind you, this young lady was a senior. Looks like she won't be walking to get her diploma. The video posted first on TikTok and then shared on Twitter on Thursday showed the two teenagers using racial slurs and making derogatory remarks about black people, such as they don't have a dad and they go to jail. Now, the names of the students weren't released, but I got this through public record through Google. All you gotta do is Google the name. Hell, their name is basically on the TikTok account that got canceled. If you look on TikTok, you can see that none of their videos is no longer up and the account is suspended. Now, the Carrollton High School principal, David Brooks, began investigating the incident Thursday after the release of the video. He said in Friday's statements that even if the video was recorded during after school hours, it doesn't offset the student's responsibility to upload and uphold a standard of behavior. Said it's our priority to keep our schools safe, and there is no doubt this incident has caused significant tension at Carrollton High School across the district, state, and nation, even the world. And he said he was deeply disturbed with the overt racist tone of the video and agreed with the parents that attended the school and the community who expressed outrage about its production. He said this does not reflect our culture at Carrollton City Schools. He said we are very proud of our diversity, and so is our entire community. We don't need to lose sight of this important attribute because of the actions of a few. Now, allegedly, when these students was confronted by other people on social media and Facebook about why they did what they did and why they used the racial overtones that they used in the video, they said it's quite normal. They have been using it all the time, even while they were growing up. And they even went too far as saying that basically their parents is comfortable in them using it and use it alongside with them. That what allegedly was said. If this is true, this is what I've been telling everybody for years. Racism is taught. It's just like when you discipline your child to be a certain way as a productive member of society, it's the same way racism is also instilled in their minds as they become productive members of society. People do not wake up with these racial ideas. They don't. They don't wake up with it. It comes from home. It comes from someone saying it around home. It comes from someone encouraging them to be like that around home. It even comes from parents not paying attention and allowing them to pick up anything that influenced them to think like that at home. And it's a sad situation because now what these parents have allowed to go underneath their noses and around them has now caused these kids to not only be viral, but to mess up their opportunity to get into any kind of decent college that they were trying to get into. But then again, they may be able to get into any college. And you know what's scary about this situation, guys? These are going to be the same young men and young women that's going to grow up one day and be in charge of a group of people that possibly may be mostly minorities. These are going to be the people that you have to work with. These are going to be the people that may be your neighbors with that type of mentality. They're not going to change. I don't see it happening because unfortunately they have went through all their whole life that this is okay. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they go as far as trying to boycott TikTok or get some kind of, alt-right group to support them for the behavior that they just pulled off. While we're going through a pandemic, this is what we experiencing and get to see. I keep trying to tell y'all, at certain times when people have their guard down, you will really find out what they're really about. And unfortunately, this is what we found out. This is what they're about. And it's because they was about this because they were taught this. I don't have no sympathy for them. I don't have no sympathy for anyone who proudly promotes or encourages ignorance. Again, I'm not at all surprised and I'm not sad for them. So the only advice I can give to these young folks that just made this video is that sooner or later, you are going to be in the presence of someone that is African American. And I wouldn't be surprised the president that you got to be in front of that is African American is someone who may be able to give you an opportunity that you've been trying to get to get further ahead. And when they find out about this video or see your face in that video, what your reply gonna be then? Are you gonna reply that you was dumb and it was a bad mistake? And in fact, I want you to take the time, if y'all seeing this video, Jeffrey and Stephanie, I want y'all to take the time out and I want you to put yourself in in our shoes, in our culture shoes. I want you to put yourself in the position of being scrutinized for everything that you do, whether it's right or wrong. Can you handle it? Also, I want you to put yourself in the position of those remarks you made, not having a father, going to jail. I want you to put yourself in that position and imagine not having the proper resources to help you further to do that. I'll wait on that too. Again, that is unacceptable. And I do not have no sympathy for what happens to you. And shout out to Carrollton City School District for nipping it in the bud. Shout out to TikTok for getting that off their website and actually showing everybody that we don't have time for this. This is a time that we're supposed to be together. And if you can't be for one another, at this point in the game, we don't need you. That's how I feel about Stephanie Freeman and Jeffrey Human. So to end this about y'all too, your parents should have both took the Plan B pill. That's what I feel like. I'm out.